Hey, Mike from Skylighter here. I'm with Brandon from Idaho. We're at Winter Blast 30 in Lake Havasu, Arizona. And Brandon is making some cylinder shell cases, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what he's doing.
So these are the Maltese style canister shell casings. I've got some 50-pound craft right here cut into 5 strips. I like to use 70-pound, but right now I'm using 50 pounds, so I have a couple more strips than normal. The goal is to have around 12 or 15 total wraps around the former. This is going to be for a 4-inch shell. So once I have all my strips cut, I know they're all about the same width, and I know that I'm going to have 15 revolutions here. So I'm going to actually flip this over.
And this is your former here, and
yeah.
So this is you were able to just put this together. You just made this.
Yeah,
huh?
I just banged that together, and all I did it on the fly because I know that these chipboard discs are 4.5 inches or 3.5.
Okay.
And that's what I want. I want this to be able to go in the
perfect. So you don't always need a bunch of fancy tools. You can a lot of this stuff you can make yourself and make it custom to exactly what you need, right?
Exactly.
I like how you did that. That's super cool.
So I misspoke. This is going to be a 5-inch cylinder. These are 4.5-inch chipboard discs.
Very good.
So once I rolled it all on there, you're going to have all these loose strands. And I like to use wheat paste, but right now I just am improvising with some white glue.
At the end of the day, it's just going to blow up anyways, right?
Yeah, it's all going up. It's all going to burn off.
It's not going to know the difference when it's blowing up in the air.
I like to use canisters. You can get a little bit of different effects with them. I like the multi-breaks.
Are you going to have multiple effects in this canister?
This one, I think I'm just going to run with some stars. If I can get some more white glue tomorrow or tonight, then tomorrow I'm going to bang on some multi-breaks.
Okay, cool. I see you got one made there already too, so
yeah,
kind of just make a bunch of these casings and just have them ready to go when you need them, huh?
Yeah, and I could have pre-made these, or you could make them, and I used to sit in my living room and watch the news or watch TV and just roll canister casings.
Nice, why not? Might as well do something. I mean,
exactly.
While you're vegging out, huh?
Yeah.
I always like to have some kind of project going, and that's a nice thing you can do in the living room. And
absolutely. So again, this is a little bit messy. It's because of this white glue. So I've got some cheater tape here.
Oh, cool.
Just gonna run up on there. This is that magic tape.
Oh, that's nice. It's gonna look real clean too.
Yeah. But once I'm done, and usually before it dries, just kind of spin it. I like using a hollow former so I can get the edges as flat as I can, or nice and snug. I'll end up cutting them a little bit.
Clean it up afterwards if you need to, and make it real good. But that looks great.
Yeah, this one got a little bit sloppy on me. That's 15 layers.
And then you'll use this the chipboard to go on the end of it.
Yeah, I'll take the former here. Show you. Again, in a perfect world, I'd be using wood, but come on, buddy. I'll take the disc and I'll plop it down inside, and it fits in there perfectly. And I'll start pleating it. I'm gonna try to get this guy back in there.
Oh, so you'd have the former, put the former back in when you're gonna glue in the end cap, and then you put a hole for the fuse in one of the end caps, like you just drill a hole through there or something like that. 1/4-inch
hole, enough to get a pacifier tube through.
Very good. Right on. Well, thanks for sharing with us. And then, are you on social media or on any of the fireworks forums? Do you want to?
I'm on APC forum as Banger Goose. I'm on YouTube as Banger Goose with 2 X's in front of the first and last letter.
Oh, right on. Fantastic. Well, we'll keep an eye out for you. And yeah, thanks for sharing with us.
No problem, man. Anytime.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
Mike from Skylighter here. I'm back with Brandon. We're going to seal up the end of the canister shell here and get it ready to be loaded up with whatever he ends up putting inside.
So I'm using white glue right here because I don't have any wheat paste. But I've got my chipboard end disc in here. I've got it recessed about 1.5 inches, 2 inches beneath the bottom of the top of the paper, and I'm going to line the inside with paste. And then I've got this little tool that I made out of a wooden dowel that's shaved to a point.
Nice.
And I come in here and I grab this first flap. I pull it down and I put my left finger and I make some pressure, and I just make the fold, see? So I'm grabbing, I'm pulling in, I'm making the fold.
That looks like something out of a factory right there. That looks professional.
Thank you.
Looks really good.
The Maltese knew what they were doing. And once I get one full revolution down, I'll grab an inch dowel, press it down, and that's one layer down. And
Nice.
I'll grab a little bit more paste, and I'll just repeat the process going around until the entire shell is done, and then it'll all be wrapped, all 15 layers.
Fantastic. So I'm guessing by doing each individual layer, you get probably a better seal, and
yeah, you get 100% contact paper to paste. There's no paper to paper. It's all wet paper to paper. Nothing's dry. It forms a lot more solid of an end plug on the top.
then you don't have to.
You don't want your cans to split at the top. You want both the top and the bottom plugs. You want to be able to find them on the ground, basically. You want them to be so strong after
Right
the shell
on.
goes off.
That'll keep any sparks or flame from
Exactly.
sneaking in there
Yep.
during lifting and
Exactly. Especially
getting
these
into the
ones
air.
that are. I like to top fuse mine to try to mitigate the amount of pressure, but these shells are so much heavier than ball shells that you have to lift them a lot heavier, and I got tired of having the casings just crumple and disintegrate in the flower pot, so I started going a little bit excessive on the pleating.
Right on. Well, we'll check back here with you a little later on. And when do you plan to shoot these?
I'm probably going to shoot these Saturday night or Sunday night. I got to get these out and get them dried, and then I'll fill them hopefully tonight. Wrap them up, paste them. Spiking doesn't take too long, but pasting usually takes about, I like to give a good 12 hours in the sun.
Oh, no kidding. Okay. And what do you mean by spiking?
Spiking, once these casings are built and once everything's wrapped and filled and I've got it time fused and everything, I'll take some cotton string and I'll just hold it in my hands and I'll wrap it, actually tie the shell. So I'll go around in quadrants this way, around in quadrants this way. Once I've got one made, actually, just if you come back, I'll have no problem showing you how I spike them.
Awesome. That's fantastic. So that just gives extra reinforcement to the paper wall and
Yep. Yeah,
helps hold it together.
It's the same thing as it's almost like pasting a ball shell, but instead of using the 3-strip method to get an accurate break, the tying the shell or spiking it is actually where you get most of your symmetrical breaks out of.
Right on.
Otherwise, it's just going to kind of it'll split or rupture out one side, or you won't get very good breaks if you don't spike it.
Well, that's all new to me. I've never made cylinder shells. It's something I want to get into, but it seems like a deep rabbit hole. But you've encouraged me, seeing how quick you can really put together just like the casing, and with stuff that I may already have in my shop.
It's a little bit more time consuming, but you don't have to have anything crazy. You don't have to have any crazy tools. It's just paper and glue, man.
Right on. Well, we'll swing back through and get some video of you spiking the shell.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, Brendan.